Coach, how did Gaethje do worse on the ground against Khabib than Conor, even though Gaethje has a wrestling background? That's from Aishfarul Islam. That's a really good question, actually. Islam saying, look, Gaethje did worse than McGregor. McGregor did better on the ground. Well, listen, guys, I always tell you this. McGregor's jiu-jitsu is underrated. It's underrated. His jiu-jitsu is good. The reason why it's underrated is because he's always winning with flashy knockouts, and that's what people remember. But every time we've seen him on the ground, he's done well. Now, he's had some, he's been choked twice. He's been choked twice. Actually, 3 times in his career. And one time he was subbed with a knee bar. He's had some submission losses. Yes, I get it. He's been subbed 4 times. However, we've seen him, have some sequences on the ground, and he's shown competence in jiu-jitsu and wrestling. Gaethje is not going to be comfortable on his back. Gaethje's a good wrestler, but on your back, you see, wrestlers do a lot of ground, yes, but it's never on their back. So when it comes to building base and getting up to your feet, I think Justin can do really, really well. Not against Khabib though. Against a regular grappler / wrestler, Khabib is the #1 gut wrench I've ever seen. Gut wrench is when you're kind of on all fours and I'm kind of squeezing your stomach and keep bringing you back down. I keep driving you back to the ground. A gut wrench like Khabib I haven't seen before. So I had no hope for Justin. I'm sorry to say, I didn't think Justin would get back to his feet. It will be very difficult. Now Justin on his back, disaster. It's gonna be a disaster, guys, because I don't think he does a lot of jiu-jitsu. I think he's more of a wrestler striker, which I have nothing against. I think that's a great formula. You can become world champion with just wrestling and striking. Gain very, very little jiu-jitsu. Now you can become a world champion with very little wrestling and a lot of jiu-jitsu and a lot of striking. Sure. I prefer doing all 3. I like a blend of all 3. However, if you get put on your back and you have no jiu-jitsu, you're dead. Okay, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. McGregor versus Khabib 2. Impossible? ? That's from Chapinero. Chapinero, honestly, I think that's never going to happen. Even if McGregor goes on a tear, I think Khabib is retired. And I don't think Khabib wants to give McGregor even a chance for a rematch. I think he knows that it bothers McGregor. I think he knows that it burns him. I think he knows that the way McGregor reacted after the fight and all that, I think he knows that he just simply will never give him the time of day again. Now, I know that Khabib later said that, hey, if you beat Justin Gaethje, I think he was Justin Gaethje. He said, if you beat Justin Gaethje, I'll fight you again. I think Khabib has full confidence that he'll beat McGregor again. I honestly would tell you, if Khabib fought McGregor again, I would pick Khabib right away. I would say, look, it's a 70-30 fight in Khabib's favor. If we're talking about, and in the distant, not so distant future, it's a Khabib fight. It's a Khabib show. But I don't think Khabib will go through another training camp, do all that to fight McGregor again, sit through all the talk, and I don't think he wants to do that. He doesn't need it, guys. He has unlimited amount of fame and respect and admiration. He's got more money than he needs. Like, the guy, what's the motivation? For what? What does he have to gain? Imagine he beats McGregor, but this time it's much closer. People are going to be like, hey, the first time was more, the cookie crumbled your way. But what does he have to gain? Imagine he were to lose. What is the gain? Then he'd have to fight him a 3rd time. What is there to gain? He beat him already. He beat Dustin. He beat Gaethje. He beat them all. There's just nothing to gain anymore.